Well, hello, good morning, and welcome. Coming to you live from Lake Caroline here at the Swiss Waterski Resort. This is the Swiss Pro Slalom.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Let's get this party started.
Indeed, we're going to start with Chelsea Mills, as she'll be taken to the water first, followed by Ali Nicholson, then Jamie Ball, Regina Jaquist, and Whitney McClintock. Through to the women's slalom final based upon the first round tour, and had to fight to make it this far.
That's right, and just a shout out to Neely Ross. Maybe she left the site. I thought maybe they'd let her in Chelsea's spot. Ooh, Allie, a little wheelie.
And having to fight to make any impression here. More than 4.5 is required to take the lead at this stage. It's
a big one. She's got tempo. Ooh, she's going to have to work.
Oh, and getting in a little bit deep there. That was Jamie Ball. Here
Let's
she
go.
comes.
It's 41 off, 10.25. Hopefully she can hook up at 1.
4.5 is the world record, which she has in her possession. She's round buoy number 1. Has to pull all the way to get round number 2 to the wakes, and I believe that is going to be a 2 buoy count. She has to essentially tie the Canadian national women's slalom record at the extreme least to get above Regina Jaquist for the win. She's round buoy number 1. She gets the firm grip.
Oh, no.
Oh, and dropping the handle on her approach into buoy number 2, and that means that your champion for the 9th time of reckoning, none other than Regina Jaquist.
Sorry. Thanks, Corey. Regina, 9 times you've won this event. This was maybe one of the hardest ones to win, right? I mean, from the weekend, you won jump, slalom didn't go so good, and then first round in slalom wasn't great for you. You know, we're used to your greatness, and then 2 at 41 to force Whitney to set a PB to win the tournament. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I knew Whitney was skiing great. You know, we had it out last night, and just being able to come off from the King of Darkness with the jump win after my ACL was amazing, and like just kind of made the whole weekend. And then after my first round this week, I was like, I got a lot of climbing to do to make this happen. And then once I ran 39 in the finals, I just knew I needed to make sure I got a piece of 2 or the full 2, just because I knew she was skiing great and needed to force the pressure on her and maybe go for that runoff. But no, she's skiing great. All the girls are skiing great. Becky felt amazing, and you know, the Swiss Pro Slalom and I are just, you know, it's something that the Stoudemire family, you know, every tournament they put on, I've won. The first tournament that I went to in Urlac, that was my down payment for my pharmacy, so the win that just keeps on winning. But no, I thank them so much for everything that they've put on for all these years, and thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Excellent stuff there, and Corey, I don't know how many movies that you've seen in recent times, and one of my favorites is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And in one scene, the principal says, "How many times have you been absent?" 9 times. 9 times. All right, let's have a look at the leaderboard right at the very end. Your women's slalom champion, Regina Jaquist, 9th time in Askin, 2 at 10.25 meters, ahead of Whitney McClintock-Rainey on 2 1/4 at 10.25 meters. Jamie Ball there with 2.5 at 10.75 meters, and in 4th place, Ali Nicholson with 4.5 on 11.25 meters. And that should reveal that in the lead, it's still by only 3 points. So Whitney McClintock-Rainey still in the lead on 77 points, ahead of Regina Jaquist on 74, Jamie Ball on 55, Ali Nicholson on 42, Chelsea Mills on 33. That is your top 5. You can see the remaining listings by going to waterskiprotour.com. And here is the Brand Championship, the newly instituted Brand Championship score. So far, before we go into the men's slalom final, the Team Syndicate are on 137 points, ahead of Team Radar on 112, Good on 103, and D3 on 85. But so far as D3 is concerned, they have at least 2 competitors in the men's slalom final. So it's not all cut and dry yet so far as the Brand leaderboard is concerned.
Almost in time.
There's that. That's the start list there. Jamie Calhoun will be kicking it off for Radar Skis, followed by another Canadian, Charlie Ross, on the D3. Dane Meckler, one of those, some great scores from these guys. 3 at 41 through Dane, Stephen Neveu, Will Asher. We saw Robert Hazelwood picking up a 3 1/4 at 41. Then we get down to Freddie Winter with a 5 1/2 at 41, and that awesome performance from Nate Smith, 6, falling out the gates, not being able to hold on to it at 41 off. And he's going to be our top seed in this final.
To pushing his limits. And here we go. Speaking of pushing the limits, it's 41, a little slow off of 1. That's more rope than he wanted to eat off of 2. 2 is going to be the best he can do.
But let's see what he can do.
Here he goes. He needs more than 2 to take the lead. He needs more than that to put pressure on the top of the field.
Round 2. Oh, look at this.
Is he going to turn
still there.
3?
He's going to, and gets 3. 1 buoy short of the world record. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up, please, for Charlie Ross.
This is 41, guys. Can he get another snappy 1 ball? He does.
Oh, look at that.
Hope he stays over his ski at 2. Buckles a little bit.
Almost over rotates on buoy number 2 and buckles on 3. And that puts him in a tie.
I tell you what, this is the final. This is when he steps up. Can he do it again? This is 41 off, and he's run this pass a few times. He's got a big number 1. He drops his chest, but I don't think he's too far down course. Huge number 2. He's on time at 3. A little bit of loose line. He's going to be late for 4. And I don't know if he snuck outside it.
Doesn't look like he tried to get back.
Robert Hazelwood, 41 off, 10.25 meters. Good start. Look at him go.
Ate a little rope at 1, goes for the big 2. It's going to be 3 at best.
And that's a solid score. He's pumped. Yeah. Look at it, 3 at 41.
Yeah, because he knows that's the podium. That's what we're just talking about here.
And the history of our sport is right behind him. So let's see what he's got.
Round buoy number 1 brings the handle down nice and low. Gets round buoy number 2, tries to take off a little bit more than he could chew off number 2. He's round number 3. He's good to go. Round number 4. Does he take the slack? Oh, and he fell back just as he manages to get across the back of the boat's wakes.
Will Nate change that right here? 3.5 is the lead. He needs full 4 to win outright. Let's see what kind of start he gets.
Handle up high.
That's the start that Nate can work with.
2. He can work with this one. He's round buoy number 3. Does he make it round buoy number 4? Checks up, and he is your winner for the 3rd time in asking, Nate Smith.
With 3-time now defending champion for the Swiss Pro, Mr. Nate Smith. Oh, 5 times. So it's 3 in a row, though. Right. So for all of you guys at home, and you see how easily he does it, and he's won a whole bunch of tournaments, you should hear how hard he's breathing right now.
Yeah. It's a lot of skiing the last few days, you know. I've not been skiing a ton lately, so that's the most sets I've taken in the past month probably. But it wasn't easy. You know, they've all went out there and put up big scores throughout every single round, including yesterday. Freddie went out there, went 3.5. I knew I had to get a piece of 4. It was a debate whether to try and turn it or stand it up and play it safe. So I had that going through my head. But just super excited to be here, and thanks to the Saddlebow family and everyone that's here putting this event on for us here in Orlando.
Well, congratulations, Nate. So you'll have a bit of a break, and then Masters. Will you go to Europe at all this summer?
Yeah, I'm still debating what to do over on Europe. I've got to take time off work to get there, but I'm definitely going to try and make it over there. And then nothing really till the end of the month. We have the U.S. Masters.
Well, good for you, Nate. Congratulations, man. Awesome skiing.
Yeah, thanks, Wade.
The Waterski Pro Tour and the brand competition. Starting off with the men's slalom leaderboard. We've got Nate Smith, your winner, with 4 at 10.25 meters. Freddie Winter with 3.5 at 10.25 meters. In 3rd place and with a superior backup is Robert Hazelwood. 4th place, also on 3 at 10.25 meters, Will Asher. Dane Meckler in 5th. Riding good in 5th spot. That was Dane Meckler on 3. Charlie Ross, 3 at 10.25 meters himself. And Stephen Neveu in 7th. And Jamie Calhoun in 8th. So that is the full leaderboard with our winner being Nate Smith once again. And there is Nate Smith at the top of the men's slalom standings in the Waterski Pro Tour on 86 points ahead of Freddie Winter on 60, Will Asher on 57, Robert Hazelwood on 42, Thomas de Gasperi on 25, Dane Meckler on 17, and you can see the remainder of the rankings by going to waterskiprotour.com. Now, here is the interesting one. This is the team standings, the brand leaderboard, and Syndicate are leading the team standings right now by not very much, by 8 points, 154 points. D3 in second with a 146, Good with 116, and Radar Skis on 112. And those are your top 3 brands on the leaderboard. So what a great competition, guys. Thanks to you, Corey. Thanks to you, Carl, for helping out with your analysis and your contribution. With a score of 2 at 10.25 meters, the winner of the Swiss Pro Slalom in the women's category, it is Regina Jaquez. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up, please, for Nate Smith.